Fred Mascherino, and I play guitar and sing in the band Terrible Things.
Can you describe your traction music?
We play loud rock music that's very melodic and not too screamy and not too moshy. Just the kind of the good old stuff, like you know, brought up on a lot of the '90s rock bands or even the old, Led Zeppelin type of stuff. So, but some people compare us to the Foo Fighters when you put it all together.
Why do you love music? What is it about it that fuels your passion?
It's sort of the thing that found me in life, and it became the thing that I used as therapy for my to keep me from going crazy, basically. And it's always been there for me. It's that kind of thing, and that at this point I couldn't live without.
Good music is like an onion because it has many layers to it. What do you think of that statement?
Uh, um, I agree. I actually, a lot of maybe like pop music doesn't have enough layers for me. I like the more the better. I could use some nice strings on a piece or, you know, uh, all kinds of uh, backgrounds, that you really hear with headphones. That sounds great.
Now, the previous band experience, how do you think that helped shape you into who you are today for this band?
One of the main things is I got to work with some of the best producers in the world and learn from them. And I really soaked that up and took advantage and was able to be there for the entire recording experience of the records I did. So I use that now to make my records now, and I feel like people hear that experience on our record.
Are there any specific expectations that you set for yourself before you start creating music?
Um, I definitely just expect, I hold myself to high standards, I feel like, but, I try not to, sometimes pressure can shut me down, so I have to, I don't really worry about other people, I just worry about my own track record and go with that and not so much what everyone else is doing.
Can you talk a bit about the artistic growth that you feel you've experienced?
Yeah, I think, each musician or artist, even visual artist, has to find what their voice is. And, when I was younger, I didn't quite have that. I might sound like the bands that I liked, and then eventually you have to make your own sound that's completely original. And I feel like, that's the point I'm at now. Is it's still a challenge to do that because you hear something on the radio and you think, oh, or you see some band play and it affects you. But you know, and inspiration's always good, but um, I'd rather it come from in me than anywhere else.
Speaking of creating your own sound, were you guys ever unsure of the direction you wanted to take the album in?
We kind of we knew that we didn't want to focus too much on style. We just wanted to write a song that was interesting. And so, as far as the style, it was kind of already in our playing. I feel like there's not much like changing around of what we do. We're known for a certain way that we play. Each of us, Josh is drumming and my guitar playing and my singing, and it's hard. It would be fake if we changed it too much. So no, we didn't have to worry too much about that.
What would you say were some of the challenges that you faced when you approached the album?
Well, at first, like it was hard because all of us had been in like pretty successful bands, and when you've had success, you always feel like, well, it's because of what I did, and then when you go and someone else wants you to do something different because it's four different people, you have to really kind of like let go of your own ego and think about what's best for the song and best for the group. And that took a while when we were making the record, but we pulled through it, and I think we're a better band than ever because we've been able to sort of like appreciate. There's like definitely a common respect in this band that I haven't had in the past.
What do you want fans to take away from the album?
I hope that it sort of helps them the way it helps me, but also I hope that people realize that we're not following the latest trend, and that maybe because of that it sounds like a breath of fresh air when you hear our music. Because I definitely think we stand out on a tour like Warped Tour, and that we're gaining fans because we stand out.
What were your expectations coming into Warped Tour?
I really didn't know. My hope was to get through the whole thing, and tomorrow is the last day, so I've almost made it. And no, I think we're gonna make it.
Did any of the songs surprise you by taking a different direction than you initially envisioned?
Yeah, one of the songs, Conspiracy, I would say sounds nothing like any of our past bands. And at first listen, I think some of our fans get thrown off and they think, what is this weird song? But then after you get into the song, it becomes a lot of people's favorites. It's definitely a favorite live. And so that one especially, a lot of like what we call producing went into that. A lot of like not so much like a band jamming in a room, but like let's build this.
Is there a song on the album that you feel is kind of pivotal, one that pointed you in the direction that you wanted to take with the album?
Um, the Up at Night was a really nice mood for us, and I'd like to see some more stuff like that in the future. It was a little more um, serious sounding and a little less poppy and a little less. It was a little more mature, but it's still a really upbeat driving song, so I like that one the best.
What's next? What can we expect?
We're supposed to go over to Australia, um, and it was all booked, and then the festival, which was headlined by Van Halen, canceled. So we're still supposed to go and play club dates, but other than that, our plan is to go home and record some more songs and try to just keep giving new music to our fans, and just we want to be like a creative entity that's always putting things out there.
Have you already started writing new material?
Yeah, we have about 7 songs, and we've kind of all gone through them roughly together, but we need to get home and really hash it out.
And any last thoughts? Anything you'd like to say of the Readers of Popularity?
We've been doing a thing on our website, which is terriblethings.net, and we put up a video every single week of us playing either an acoustic song or a cover or a new song, and we really encourage people to check that out because it's been really fun, and I feel like it's showing a whole other side to us that you might not know from the rest.